Congresswoman Mary Miller joins us. She points out in an ex post, Chicago now has led the nation in murders for 13 straight years. So it appears, Congresswoman, that your governor and the mayor of Chicago care more about hating Donald Trump than they do about keeping their own citizens safe and secure.
Yes, well, you are right. Our Governor Pritzker is failed in so many ways, but today we are talking about crime. And thank you for helping me or for allowing me to join you in sounding the alarm. I could say this is un-American that people are dying in their communities. It is not a partisan issue. Every American family deserves to live in safety in their communities, whether they're a Democrat or a Republican. Governor Pritzker has no solution to solve the crime. He is not standing up for the victims. His legacy is going to be that he has prioritized criminals over the victims. And I can tell you this, it's since January 1st, there have been 174,000 reported crimes in Chicago. There have only been of those, there's only been 16% have had an arrest. But we have no cash bail in Illinois with no limits. So if they are part of the 16% that are arrested, they're released back onto the street. And he needs to swallow his pride and call President Trump. President Trump cares, and he knows how to restore law and order.
Well, he does. Explain this mysterious reluctance, resistance. I don't know if you're aware of this, Congresswoman. Since Barack Obama first became president of our country, I would scroll the names that most Americans had never heard of and will never hear of again, people shot and killed in Chicago. And I thought every life mattered to the left. That's what they proclaim. Yet they let this happen day in and day out, weekend in, weekend out, year in, year out. And they don't lift a finger. Not one single elected politician has done a thing to make Chicago a safer city. Why?
Well, for one thing, I think that they want chaos because they're Marxists and they want to clamp down on everybody and take away our freedom. But J.B. Pritzker has never stood up for the victims. Has he ever met with a victim? I would like to know, or a victim's family. Last year...
Well, I can tell you that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Mayorkas, they never spend time talking to the family of Laken Riley or Jocelyn Nungary or Rachel Morin or the dozens and dozens of Americans murdered and the dozens and dozens raped and the thousands and thousands of victims of violent crime because of their unvetted illegals. Why would you expect Pritzker or Brandon Johnson to ever lift a finger and dial a family that's suffering?
They 100% have proven that they are siding with the thugs, gangbangers, and illegals. And in light of the gun running, yes, there's gun running there, but why don't they arrest these people? And they've got Venezuelan gangs are taking that gun running business over because he has rolled out the red carpet for illegals, which is causing the problem to be even worse. And last year, I just want to tell everybody, he was perfectly fine with bringing the National Guard in to protect his buddies at the DNC. So, he should humble himself and call President Trump. Not one more person should die in Chicago because he will not deal with the crime problem.
Well, I don't think he's going to. I mean, have you spent any time in Chicago? Because we actually sent Nicole Parker and she interviewed people and they're sick and tired of the lawlessness and they don't feel safe and they don't feel secure. I remember a number of years ago, my good friend Lawrence Jones, who now co-hosts Fox and Friends, we sent him to Chicago and he met with the family of that lost a young girl who was playing in their backyard of her grandmother's house and was just shot dead and killed and nobody seemed to give a damn and none of these families ever get a phone call.
He doesn't care, but also just the impact in light of visitors coming into Chicago, businesses, they're having to close up because the crime problem is so bad. And then Brandon Johnson a couple days ago had the audacity to tell people to come to Chicago and invest in Chicago. There's no way businesses are coming to Chicago. They are leaving, which is causing the damage for the residents there to be even worse because now you have less economic opportunity.
I don't think Pritzker has a shot in hell to ever be president, but clearly he has the ambition to try. Where do you think that's going to go?
I've had people, he's going to use his money to buy the Democrat nomination. But I just want to tell people, boycott legacy media, boycott the major newspapers and the TV that is not, and the programs that are not covering the crime. There's so many alternative sources like you to get information from. And I think people, whoever controls the information controls the people. I cannot understand why the people who are the most impacted by the crime in Chicago keep pushing the D button.
Oh, I don't get it either. We do appreciate your time, Congresswoman Mary Miller of Illinois. I really mean this with all my heart. I hope the people in your state stay safe and secure, and they certainly deserve that. I think it's a fundamental prerequisite if you want to pursue happiness in your life. Appreciate you joining us.